Some changes happen slowly, and then there are some things that happen that change happens in an instant. Megan became a young mom, and that moment didn't just change her life, it changed who she is. What I enjoyed most about our conversation is how that turning point became her mission. And now she's building a positive workout community wherever she goes by helping people feel seen as they get stronger. So if you're a young parent or looking to establish a new habit, or some other life circumstance is motivating you to change, then this episode has your name written all over it. Let's dive in. Welcome to this episode's Best Path Forward, where we talk about personal development tools that we use to hit our goals. Today, I'm joined by Megan.
Hello.
Megan, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm just super excited to be here.
Me too.
Yeah, so how's your day going so far?
It's going pretty well. Got my workout in, so that's always a good start. And came here and ready to dive into talking with you.
Dive in. And so I know you from working out because we both go to the same gym. And so I want to say, like, one of the things I respect the most about you is that you get there and you work. And I remember I saw you doing this one thing with the, the weight plate. You just start going cycles around your side.
Yes.
And I was like, I want to try that. It was very difficult.
It is hard.
It is.
Yes.
And you made it look easy with a smile on your face. And I was annoyed.
No, I mean, yeah, so I'll like pick up on little workouts. I see, like, my brother plays football and he'll tell me things to do. And I'm like, I'll try that. And so I'll try it. And if I can't do it, I'll keep doing it until I can correct it and do it perfectly. So, so I probably was at the point where I knew how to do it. So I'm smiling like, yes, I got it.
I finally got it. So, like, what does that work?
So that's like more of your core, and it just kind of helps, like the rotation. A lot of the times I wasn't doing it correctly because I'm like going way too far out. But you have to kind of hold still and closer to your core. I was doing a kettlebell. It's easier, and it just it tightens it, and it that's always kind of been more of and not an issue, but more of the spot on my body where I'm like, I need to strengthen this area. So I kind of would focus on that at the time.
Yeah, I call them core values.
That's true.
A lot of people, they ignore their core. It was like, let me just bench press or squat everything. I'm like, well, everything's engaging your core.
Everything. Walking, bending, everything we do.
Everything you do. And so I have two questions. One, how do you stay so positive in the gym?
So for me, it's like, I tell people all the time, it's so much more than physical, like the result. It's more of a mental thing. It's like, I go in there and I know I'll feel better after. So it's like, I look forward to it because of how I feel during and after. It's like, you get invited to a party that it's going to be fun. It's like, you look forward to that because it's going to be fun, and you leave it like, oh, I really like how, the party went. And it's just like the gym for me. Like, I feel, it might feel like, ugh. But once I get in and leave, I'm like, this was worth it.
It's very true. It's like whenever I go up to the stairs, I see all my friends. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a blast. And like, you see people, you wave, you give the fist bump, and they're like, they're in the middle of the set. I'm like, I'll talk to them later. But it's like going there is just like going to a party. It
is. It really is. And I think too, once you get in the routine of it, it becomes easier than just like, I feel like so many times people will, okay, I'm going to start doing, my workouts. And then once they see results, they stop.
They stop when they see results.
Because it's like, I got what I wanted. And then it's like, you see slowly people kind of going back to their old ways.
That is tough because you think the results will fire them up to keep going.
Yeah, I'm the same way, because it's like, once I see that I've hit this goal of mine or whatever I'm striving for, it's like, okay, I want more. I want to keep doing it.
Give me more.
Yes.
And so the second question I had is, where did the workout bug come from?
So growing up, my whole family has always been very active. My dad coached, and all of my siblings and I sports, and my mom, every single day I'd watch her work out.
Oh, that is awesome.
It's just in us. Yeah. My sister and my two brothers, to this day, like, we still will ask each other, what'd you do for your workout today? So it's a little pressure too. Like, oh, if I didn't do it, it's like, oh no. Like,
why isn't Megan responding to the group text messaging?
I mean, we were literally on vacation a few weeks ago, and it was was like, we were all taking turns working out. And I'm like, this is crazy. We are on vacation, but we're all like, no, we have to get some movement in. And it makes us feel better.
It does. I think a lot of people will see vacation as a time to like, oh, I can just kind of relax and essentially eat all the time.
Yes.
So how do you kind of stay successful on vacations?
For me, it's just a different environment and the scenery. Like, I like to try new things. So we were on the beach, for example, and I was doing, we don't live, anywhere close to the beach in Ohio. So it's like a sand workout is way different than, going to the gym or biking.
Sand workout.
Yeah. Or, it's so challenging.
It seems so uneven and like
it is.
So that means it's probably working your ankles too.
Everything. It's just like, just doing a simple like jump squat. I was like, whoa, this in the heat.
Ooh.
I was like, but again, I love that challenge because I'm like, no, I'm not going to stop because like, I'm dying. Like, I want to like push through this.
Push through it.
Yeah.
And then you feel good. And then when you're relaxing later on,
Yes.
it's like, I earned this.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think kind of having the plan, like whenever I go on vacations, like I always have 2 suitcases.
Yes.
My friends are like, why are you overpacking? I'm like, oh, those are just my workout clothes.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you're going to work out? I'm like, are you surprised?
Yes, I know. Yes, that's just what I do.
It is just what you do. So Megan, I genuinely asked this one question. What's your story?
Gosh, I would say my story is I got pregnant pretty young, and as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I changed my whole lifestyle. I essentially stopped drinking, and I wanted to be the best mom and live the longest for my daughter. So from the moment I found out I was having a baby, I was like, I'm changing my whole lifestyle. And that's what motivated me, and still to this day.
Oh, that is very cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations on being a mom.
Thanks.
It is wild to think you have a kid when you're still like consistently hitting your goals.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And I think that's awesome and even more impressive because you see a lot of parents and it's like this whole that of like the dad bod.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And it's like, oh, I have a kid, I can just slack off.
Exactly.
And it's like you took the opposite approach.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And so what was the biggest change, I guess, between Megan before she was pregnant and Megan after she got pregnant?
I would say discipline and consistency. I wasn't as disciplined. I ate what I kind of wanted. I worked out when I felt like it. And then once I found out I was pregnant, I was running 3 miles the day before I delivered. I was like, literally the day before.
Time out. So you went out and started.
Oh yeah.
That is impressive.
Yeah. So I think it was more so like I'm not necessarily living just for myself. I have to live for somebody else too. So I have to take care of myself.
Take care of yourself so you can be there for the long haul for your daughter.
The long haul, yeah.
That is crazy. You went out and just ran 3 miles.
Oh, yeah. Literally, the moment I found out the entire pregnancy, I was just working out and eating healthy. I wasn't the one that just like caved in. From time to time I did, but.
We're only human.
Yeah. Like, there's a balance. Yeah. Trust me, but at that time I was like, you know what? I have one life. If I'm going to live my best life, I have to start taking care of myself because I have somebody watching me now.
Yeah.
So
I think it's wild too because like that one life thing, people will always put off things, and until they realize like either life forces them to do it because they get some diagnosis or they just die realizing they never really push themselves. So I think it's impressive that like you just like, you know what, let me just go run 3 miles. That is the craziest, most awesome thing I've heard. So kind of following up on the eating part.
Yes.
A lot of people think that healthy eating is very difficult. How do you make it easy?
Again, I think that comes down to balance and just preparation. I think so many times people take the shortcut. So it's easier to go to a fast food restaurant because it's quick and it's easy. And it's probably cheaper too than buying groceries and making full meals. So to me, it's like if you are organized and you're prepping for, the day, the week, it makes things so much more convenient.
Yes.
And balanced too. I don't restrict myself from anything. I am a vegetarian, but I don't, if I want to eat a piece of bread or I want to eat, like I had lasagna last night. So
it's delicious.
But because it's all about balance, I can't imagine being on some strict diet for the rest of my life. It just isn't realistic. So I have to do something that's realistic, and realistic is eating relatively healthy for the most part, whole foods, and then still indulging in the things I love.
Yes. It's fascinating you said that, like realistic and everything. Like you and I work out a good bit. And then I remember there was a photo on Facebook a couple years ago. Like I'm sitting in the pool holding like a White Claw in one hand and a piece of pizza in another. And people are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you eat that. I'm like, it's not like I'm eating this all the time, one.
Exactly.
And two, like I'm in a pool. Like, what do you want me to do here? Like, I don't want
Yes, I'm the same way.
So it's like
I'm
you gotta-
human.
Yeah, you're human. You have to balance life.
Right.
So, I think what you said too about meal prepping is huge. I live a couple of blocks away from a Wendy's.
Yes.
And prior to me kind of like getting tuned into my body and everything, like nutrition in and nutrition out, I used to be a what I call a former fat kid. So I used to be 270 pounds, a pretty heavy guy, and Wendy's was one of my staples.
Yep.
I think the Dreamy Bacon Cheeseburger is one of America's unsung heroes.
Yeah.
And I realize now, like, I can make a burger that not only rivals Wendy's, but one is more filling and kind of tastes better too.
Right.
So it's like I can still eat a burger if I
Exactly.
want. If I make it myself, one, it's like a little more satisfaction. And two, I'm using like a leaner cut of ground beef.
Yep.
A thicker patty, fills me up more, and like it tastes delicious.
Yeah.
So lasagna has been one of your alternatives.
Yeah.
Now I want lasagna.
Yeah.
Was it homemade lasagna?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So what's the recipe?
Well, I just, since I don't eat, I know people put ground beef in it, but I just like cut up like red peppers, onion, put like garlic cloves in it, and I just chop it up, saute it, and put it in with the marinara and the tons of cheese. So it's and I feel too like when you make something that is homemade, you feel better too, opposed to I could obviously go to a restaurant and carry out lasagna, but I'm always like, oh, I kind of feel something
Yes.
like and even though it could taste very similar, it's like something about the homemadeness and knowing what ingredients I'm putting in makes me feel better.
It makes a difference, like making it with yourself, and then chances are you'll have leftovers.
Yes, exactly.
Like a lot of people with meal prepping, they don't realize like, oh, you cook in bulk now, so you can be lazy later on. It's like, oh, I just got home from a long day of work.
Right.
I already made this meal.
Exactly.
I could just eat this and enjoy it. And so I think that's fantastic that you do that. So what type of work do you do here in Columbus?
So I was teaching I taught at a Russian Ukrainian school for, a few years. I graduated with communications. I was in sales, and then I went back to get another degree in education, and then teaching with. I love it, but I needed to do more.
Understandable.
So I do some things on the side, like real estate, properties, rentals, and stuff. And then I also do online training. And I'll guide people with nutrition, but I'm not a dietitian.
Yeah.
So I just kind of give them what I do, but mainly training online. And then I do some group workouts at the park close to me.
All right, so that is fantastic. So it sounds like you made the transition from being a teacher at a Russian-Ukrainian school.
Yes.
So how did you get into teaching at a Russian-Ukrainian school?
That's a good question. So I used to teach just like the basic classroom, like a 5th grade classroom I taught. And, obviously we know teachers don't get paid what they deserve. And so I was kind of looking around, and I wanted something with not as many students. And so there's a teaching position called Title I, where I was a Title I teacher, where I focus on kids that, need extra help in reading and math at certain schools that usually are low income, or they have their test results are behind or low. So the state finds schools that need a Title I teacher. So it's through a company, and the company, is hiring, and they're like, all right, Megan, there's this one school in Galloway that is looking for a teacher. And you only get a few students, and you can make your own schedule. And I'm like, perfect. I had no idea it was Russian Ukrainian. So I walk in, and I'm like, what? They are dressed down, like skirts, no jewelry, no makeup. And I'm like, oh, hey, I'm Megan. I'm like, my nails are done. I'm like, hi. And they're like, and they don't speak English. I'm like, oh my goodness. Because I had to meet the principal before I would get hired on. So it was like a culture shock for me.
I'd imagine.
Huge. And this is right when the Russia-Ukrainian war was going on. So it was like, there was a lot going on. And so it was more of a challenge, and I fell in love with the kids. And I agreed to working there, and I loved it. But I knew I wanted to do something where I'm more passionate about.
Yeah.
And I said I can always go back, but for now it just makes sense. Well, to work for myself, it's easier. It's like instead of necessarily working for somebody else. But so I did that, and then I I didn't learn any of the language is so hard, both Russian and Ukrainian, so it's not like I picked up on anything, but I loved it. And hopefully down the road I can do something with fitness and wellness with students or kids in schools, but I just wanted to follow my passion, so I walked away.
So was that a tough decision to kind of like take the leap of faith from something that sounded like a guaranteed job and income to start doing your own thing? Was that a tough decision?
It was so tough. I mean, yeah, the security of like a salary and insurance and all that. So it's like, and I worked so hard to get my second degree in education. So it was like, I mean, why? It's like people are like, why would you walk away? You went back to school to do this. And I'm like, I know, but like when I feel like when you have a pull and I can't get it out of my mind, I'm like, all right, I need to like go after that. And if I fail or whatever, then I can always go back. So I was like, but I'm so much happier now. I'm not, I don't have to report to somebody. I don't have to report to a building. And, it's just it was scary, but it also opened my eyes so much. Like, all right, take the risk.
Take the risk. I think that's huge. A lot of people see like a passion thing that they want to do and they'll be like, oh, I can't take that risk. The thing is like when you start with why, it's like, oh, is there a reason why you can't go after something that you want to be passionate about? It's like, oh, maybe I'll fail.
Yeah.
Like, failure is not as scary.
No.
I mean, it's scary at the time. At the same time, like you probably learn from all of your failures.
Yeah.
I failed so many times, I've lost count. I started keeping track and then I failed at doing that. So then I felt worse about myself.
Right.
But I think failure is huge because it teaches us a lot of lessons. So when you made the leap, you made it to both real estate and then also kind of coaching and then also the group fitness classes.
Yeah.
And so coaching, how did you get into that?
It's like track. I was, or running, I should say. I've been around sports my whole life. My dad was a coach. I mean, my brother plays football, so sports has always been a part of my life. And I love, track, sprints specifically. And, I was coaching at a school and then parents would come to decide like, hey, can I do one-on-one coach or can you do one-on-one coaching with my son or daughter? And I was like, okay, like we'll give it a go. And so I started there and then like an off season, I'll do a little bit, but more so on season, it's more one-on-one and more consistent, but I love it. I mean, I love to watch these young kids like develop and grow. So like that to me is more rewarding than anything because I mean, my parents did that to me too. They got me one-on-one coaching for track. So it's like, I'm doing exactly what my parents did.
Continuing on the tradition.
Yep.
So I wish I had the patience to work with kids.
I know. Well, I know.
So you kind of have an easy path because your parents did it, and then you also have a daughter. And I assume having a kid raises that patience level. I know if I was probably teaching kids track, I'll just do it myself.
Yeah.
You probably can't compete.
Right.
Are you allowed to compete with them or no? Probably not.
No. So I'm coaching cross country. Actually, our first practice is next Wednesday. And that's a little more challenging. I'm more, but it's through my daughter's school, it's like, it starts at kindergarten and it goes through 8th. So it's like such a wide, and I'm like, ooh, it's like hurting. I'm like, this is a lot. Like these kids are like all over the place. They're like, they can barely walk. They're so little crying. And I'm like, okay. I was like,
why are they, who knows why they're crying?
I know. And I'm like, so that is a challenge, especially when they're that young, but it's not even so much the running, it's just learning how to be in group sports and working as a team and, cheering on each other as a team. So it's just the basics.
I think cheering on people is huge.
Huge.
It's so, especially when they're that young, it's like you got to have some positive reinforcement.
Yes.
It's like you're going to do the work, but at the same time, I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader as you kind of cross that finish line.
Right.
And it gives them enjoyment.
Yes.
And you're also teaching them passion about fitness while they're young.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've always had this idea that like just in the inner city schools, because I've always taught in the inner city schools and then the Russian Ukrainian, but there was always at my last school, not the Russian Ukrainian, the young girls and boys in the junior high, I taught junior high, would dread going to gym class because it's like, I don't want to run, I don't want to do this. And it's like, I have always had this passion of like changing their perspective on the importance of movement. It doesn't have to be something you have to dread, but when, maybe in their home life, when they don't see people around them doing it, then it kind of, trickles down to them. So if I can go in and say like, it's not just about like, physically doing something that's going to challenge your body, but it helps like mentally too, and if they have more, education on the importance of just moving your body and what it does, not just to your physical body, but to your mental health and emotional health. It's like maybe the world would be a little nicer and everyone it would be a little bit brighter. But it's like so many people look at it as like it's too hard or I don't want to do it, and it's like we have to change your mindset.
Yes. And I think what's fascinating too, you see it at the new year at our gym, you'll see people come in and like they'll try to do everything, and next thing you know they're gone in just a few weeks. And it's like one of my big passions about our gym is that like when I see a new person, I try to integrate them, make them feel included. Because like a lot of people feel like a commercial gym. They're like, oh man, everyone here is going to be so mean. And we both know sometimes the biggest people in the gym are the nicest and the softest people ever. They're strong as all get out, but at the same time, like they're the nicest people. I think when people don't have fitness kind of in a consistent manner growing up, they get intimidated by those environments. They start dreading it. And then when they finally do want to try, one, they're not seeing the results that they want, or they're trying to do too much at one time. And next thing you know, they fall off the wagon again. So I think it's impressive that you're hitting these young people at a young age to kind of get them like, hey, movement, anything. Even if it's like 10,000 steps a day, you know, like just get some type of movement. Not only will your body feel better, but also your mind. So I think that's impressive. And so I guess the last big question I have for you is group classes. That is wild. So how did you get into that?
So I used to live in Atlanta, and there was a guy there that I knew who would run these huge classes at this Piedmont, it's called Piedmont Park in Atlanta. And I was always like, this is so cool. I was like, they need to have like more of this, especially when it's like summertime. And so when I moved back to Ohio, I was like, I need to do something like that. Like, why not take advantage of nice weather in a big city and, you know, bring people together and just enjoy it. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but it's really just about bringing people together. And I know it can be intimidating because it's like you might not know anybody, but it's just about coming together and feeling good and just moving your body. And like I said, just and I always think like it's mental too. Like you feel so much better. You're in a better mood than like if you wake, like I always think too, if I don't wake up and I don't do some sort of movement, I always feel like opposed to when I do something.
It's like feeling like coiled up. It's like as soon as you get some movement in, it's like you just feel much better, more relaxed, more loose. And so when you kind of do these group classes and everything, do they start talking to each other after their classes? And they're building community that way.
Exactly. They're like in a circle, just like stretch and stuff. And, you know, it's more so the people in my neighborhood, German Village, but it's, they'll start talking like, oh yeah, like I do see you walking around. So it's like you kind of get to bond with people that you normally wouldn't.
I think that's best. And when you see them out and about too, like I see, I call them East Spartans. So when I see the East Spartans out in the wild, I'm like, oh, I know you. It's like, oh, what's up?
That's so true.
It's so cool. And it's like, you kind of have like this bond. It's like, because only crazy people wake up before dawn to get to the gym. It's like, oh, you're crazy. Like, I'm crazy too. Let's go have fun. Even if we see each other like in Kroger or something, it's like, oh, what's up? You have a conversation. It's like another like bond connection there.
That is so true.
So I know that I said that was the last thing, but you keep referring to this, the mindset.
Oh, yeah.
So how does like working out and staying active help your mindset?
I think it just helps me calm myself and just ground myself essentially, because anymore there's so many distractions, you know, from technology like phones and like just life in general. So it's like if I can take some time away and, you know, work on obviously like my physical body, that also trickles into like my mental too. And I tell that all the time, like to the young girls that I train in track, like you have to speak kindly about yourself. You have to take time to work on not just your their speed and all that, but also your brain is a huge part of your body, and like, you know, believing in yourself. So that in itself, just I think the mindset plays a huge role in anything we do.
I completely agree with you. Do you find your approaches that you have to take with the girls different than with the boys?
Yeah, so I would say the girls have more of an understanding, and like, you know, I'll tell them like to write self-affirmations and say that, and have a journal and stuff. And the boys too, I think it's just, you know, it seems silly when I say it, but when I talk about it all the time, it's like it becomes normal for them. Because I tell them like, you know, anyone could go run or work out and stuff, but if you're not right within up here, then it's never, I mean, how can you succeed?
Yeah.
Because if you're going to give up like that because your mind's not strong, but yet you can like do physical things, like you have to have a balance in both areas.
You have to have a balance. I
You
completely
do.
agree with you.
Yeah. And then like I could find anything wrong with anything, but then it's like, why would I want to live my life like that? I want to smile, I want to laugh, so I'll find something good in everything.
You have to find the good.
have
to
to.
find the joy.
Even in the hard things, it's like there's a reason that happened, and you have to find it.
Yeah. One thing you don't know about me, if you could tell, I'm a bit of an anime nerd. And so that guy makes me very happy.
Aw.
Yeah. Because like his name is Joy Boy. And so, like, literally, you see he's smiling, kind of mad, even one behind you. It's like, oh, what's up? Like, that's
Oh
a
my
crazy
goodness,
look.
yeah.
And so, like, you have to find a joy in these things. And then, like, when you find a joy in them, you can really overcome obstacles.
Yeah.
Because your mind is going to quit well before your body.
Yes, 1,000%.
1000%.
And like when you had surgery not too long ago, so it's like you could have easily been like down and like stayed in your little area not doing anything because you're upset that happened, but you were still going to the gym.
Yeah, people yelled at me, the audacity. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like,
Yeah.
I still have a lot of other body parts that I can work out. So I'm
See?
going to put them to work.
Right,
And do it with a
exactly.
smile.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, they did help me carry weights because we have an
Yeah.
awesome gym community. But it's like, yeah, this, like, if my knee is down, I still have an upper body I can work out.
Exactly.
You just have to be careful about it.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
have to find the joy in things.
You have to find the silver lining in anything,
You do.
good or bad. Yeah, it's like, well, I can either let this make me or break me. It's my decision. And I think it's easier to just like I think like what we were saying, to just give up because things get really hard, especially if you're not getting the results quickly like most people want. So it's easier to just like, all right, I'm done. It's not working for me. I'll try a quick and easy fix. Like what we all like, people take medicine that helps them lose weight. And I'm like, is that really the best option?
It's... Don't get me started on that.
Me either.
The one I'll say at the surface level is that, like, if it was easy, everyone's doing it.
Exactly.
And so the fact that you're taking time and effort and it takes years, one, is going to stay on longer as far as like your effort and everything. And two, you'll have more of appreciation for it.
Yep.
You appreciate the things that you work for as opposed to just given to you.
Right.
You treat them with more respect, more value, and you realize that, oh, I worked my butt off to get here.
Exactly.
So I'm going to keep that.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't understand people want the quick and easy fix in general. Like, I understand that, oh, it sounds appealing.
Yes.
But kind of going through the process, like when I was 270 pounds, had I just got down to like the mid 180s where I am now,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have appreciated it.
Right.
I wouldn't have learned like proper nutrition habits. I wouldn't have learned things like, oh, rest is important. I wouldn't have learned about, oh, working your body in different ways, proper rest days, proper nutrition,
Yes.
balancing it all out.
Yep.
And it's like going through that journey really made me who I am.
Right.
So while quick and easy sounds appealing,
It
you're
does.
really kind of just shortcutting yourself.
Exactly. And the results are never like lasting. Something always crumbles down. Like if people are taking like medicine or something, it's like eventually that's gonna, there's gonna be something that comes back and says like, there's, these other things that can happen from you taking this. And so it's not realistic, and if it is that quick and it's that easy, you kind of have to think like why? And like, what is this going to do in the long run?
It's like, what are the downsides? What
Yeah.
are the side effects?
Right.
It's like, yes, it's going to fix this one thing, but like one, if you're just taking some type of medication, like, oh yeah, that's cool. You're getting rapid progress for physical things, but like, are you really refining your mind?
No.
Because that's where the biggest mental health starts from, It's like even people like body dysmorphia. Like I have body dysmorphia.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
doesn't? People that work
do too,
out.
yeah.
And so it's like, all right, so you're kind of using this pill to address a mental issue
Right.
with a physical outcome. It's very bizarre. It's like, let's do the mental work. Let's
Yep.
figure out the proper tools
Yep.
to get to where we want our physical state to be rather than just shortcutting it.
Yeah, because I've had someone I've worked with that was trying to lose a lot of weight, and obviously that doesn't happen overnight, but once they hear about something that can make you lose weight, by taking something, it's like, actually, I don't need your help anymore. And it's like, okay, that's fine. But it is interesting because I've seen people that will do the quick and easy fix, and it's like, their habits aren't any different. And I'm like, you're still like, you're bragging that you're eating one meal a day because you're not hungry, but that's not healthy. And then the meal you're choosing is like a free-for-all meal because you're like, oh, well, it's only one meal. And I'm like, I'm like, wait, what? Where are your nutrients? Where are your nutrients?
There
Yeah.
are no nutrients that don't pay attention to that at all. It kind of reminds me of like shows like The Biggest Loser.
Yes.
Like you get hyper focused for a short amount of
Yes.
time. Fast forward 3 years, their metabolic rate is destroyed.
Yes.
And they've also gained back the weight.
Always.
And they've never actually focused on the mindset and mental state behind it. And they're almost worse off than they were when they started.
Always.
It's tough.
That is tough. That's why you have to, like, I know it's really hard to get started and just like stick through, but you just have to push through that hard phase where it's like you want to give up. That's the time you have to keep going.
You got to keep going.
And that's where the mental toughness comes in.
Grit, determination, and keep going.
Yes.
All right, Megan. Well, thank you for giving us a great background about who you are. You're one of the most impressive people I've ever met, even with the little
around the world.
They're called around the world. I'm gonna try those.
You should.
I'm gonna hit my knee and have another knee surgery.
I have broken so many nails doing it too because I conk everything, and I'm like, all right, it's not worth the nail.
It's not worth it. Well, luckily I don't have that problem. My nails are trash, so I'll be okay with that.
You should be fine.
Yeah. So you had homework in preparation for this podcast, and one of those pieces of homework were picking an important date. And I believe you have a date. What date did you pick?
So I picked June 6th when I got my. I officially became a certified personal trainer and certified in nutrition. But yeah, that was a big date for me.
All right. So you said you got your certification and then also your nutrition certificate. So what was the process like for that like?
It was, I had always thought about it, but I never thought like, will I really utilize it? And it was like, a few months prior to that, probably like February, I was like, I just need to do it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I have another, it's just, I'm certified, like it's, it's not going to do any harm. So I just studied, and I debated if I should just do, personal training, but I was like, you know what? I'll just do, just to have some basic knowledge. I know, like I said, I'm not a dietitian, but just have some basic knowledge of the nutrition. So I did both, and I studied for some time, just like probably a month, and then I took the test. And as soon as I got the certification, it was like, ooh, like this was almost like a boost of confidence. Like I actually enjoyed learning about the different parts of the body and what works best for the different areas. And it was just more of a confident boost for me. And yeah, I was able to use that and do the things I'm doing today. Because before I was like, well, I don't really have a certification, so who's going to take me, And I know you don't necessarily need to, and I know people probably don't, but for me, I was like, I want to have something, You
did it for yourself as well.
1,000%.
So that was about a year ago. Have you noticed your, I guess your approach to coaching people and training them change since you got certification?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me is just to listen to people. What I do and how I do my workouts and how I eat isn't going to fit for everybody, and that's okay. So it's just really listening to people's needs. And a lot of times people just want to talk about their issues. And sometimes I feel like it's more of a therapy work for me than anything. So I'm like, hey, I'm here for it. But while we're talking, let's start doing this.
Yeah.
So it's a good mix up.
That kind of goes back to what you're saying about fixing the mindset. I mean, you can go through the motions of physical activity. If you take in less calories than you output, you're going to have some physical changes.
Sure.
And so it's like, all right, what else can we change while we're here?
Right.
It's like, well, this is what's on my mind.
Yes.
And so you are kind of being that soundboard or advice giver for them, whatever they need. It sounds like you're also helping out their mindset.
Yes. And too, it's, I've learned that I can't, people are intimidated if they don't feel like they, meet up to, my standards. And I'm like, listen, we've all been at a point in our life where we don't feel great about ourselves. I've been there. Every person has been there. I'm no better than you and vice versa. So it's you have to just start somewhere, and it's just being that motivation, that push for the person more so than anything, because they need that. They know how to do probably, a lat pull down, maybe not the best form, but they know that that's probably good for them. But it's again, up here.
Up there. And you're talking them through that, because I think a lot of us play that comparison games. Oh, I don't look like Mike.
Right.
You don't have to.
No,
congratulations, you have hair, I do not. If we want to start playing that game, we can.
Exactly. I'm like, do you really want to go there?
Exactly. It's everyone can look at someone and pinpoint and dissect themselves about things they don't like.
Yeah.
It's chances are, I can't control that I don't have hair.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, right? I'm not going to get plugs. That sounds very painful.
Right.
And so it's this is what I have. How can I make myself better? And it sounds like you're talking to these people through that.
Yes.
It's you don't have to be me. I don't want you to be me. No. I want you to be you. Yeah. I want you to be a little bit better than you were yesterday. That's all I want from you.
Yeah.
And it's oh, okay, I could do that.
Yeah.
And once they see themselves being able to do that, they start supercharging their progress. progress and development.
Yes, exactly. And just being kind too. I see sometimes trainers, more so online, like they'll speak about their clients in a way that's like, well, you're doing that wrong. And it's like, they don't want to they already feel a little insecure. So the last thing I want to do is make them feel like, the way their form is just horrific. And, it's like, okay, like you did a good job, but just for next time. So maybe it doesn't hurt your knee. Let's do it this way. And just speaking to them like a human, and kindly.
It's so infuriating when you see people that have a certain physique.
Yes.
Treat people
less than.
Mm-hmm. And they just mean them. That's one of my most infuriating things ever.
It is. It drives me crazy.
It's like, we all started somewhere.
Yeah. You didn't always look like that.
You didn't always look like that. And it's like, you should be more willing to help that person get to that point instead of like nitpicking everything that they do.
Yes.
So I love the approach that you're taking.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
All right. So what I'll have you do is I'll have you kind of just read to yourself the bike brain.
Okay.
As I kind of explain what bike brains are for people who have not heard them before. If that's all right with you.
Sure.
Here you go.
All right. So this is sprouting and sola.
Anal sola. Yeah.
You hit a balanced state.
Oh, you don't have to read it. I was going to read it.
Okay, you can.
I mean, you can read it to yourself.
Okay.
I was going to explain to people. You're jumping the gun. It's messed up, man.
You know what? That's so funny because I would read these and I would always think, like, because you put these up and I'm like, where does he get all this stuff? Like he must like to read and write because I'm like, it's always so well written too.
Oh, I appreciate it. All right. So I'll have you read that to yourself and then I'll explain what bike brains are, if that's right with you.
Sure.
Yeah. So bike brains are tools that I use to help process the world around me. I usually do them about 5 to 6 times a week, usually taking Sunday as a rest day. They're generally broken down into one of 3 big categories. That's mind, body, and spirit. Mind is about having mental rooms in your life, being the parent room, be it the workout room, be it the nutrition room. Where are you spending that time dedicating that mental energy to? The next is body. Body is about taking a 360 holistic approach to your physique and your body. It's more than just about calories in and the exercises you perform. It's also about the amount of sleep you get, how you carry your anxiety, and also managing the environment around you. And the last is spirit. And spirit's about diving in and reaching out. Diving in to figure out your own code of conduct and how you operate in the world, and then reaching out to others, understanding that you can't do this thing called life alone. And then there's a special category. And that special category is known as anal sala. And anal sala considers all 3 into consideration, taking mind, body, and spirit, bounce them all together to really supercharge your own state and your own development. So Megan, did you have a chance to read that?
I did, yes.
All right, cool. So if it's all right with you, I'm going to read it out loud to the best of my abilities, and then we can talk about it.
Yes.
All right, here we go. So once again, this was on June 6, 2024. It is an anal sala entry, and the name of it is Sprouting Anal Sala. And this is it. You've hit a balanced state before. You performed something you never thought yourself capable of, balancing mind, body, and spirit to get there. While it required all 3 to get there, the starting point is usually the same: spirit. An anal sala state is a lot like creating an environment for a seed to grow. On top of the seed, spirit, growth requires room to grow, mental room, as well as proper soil, light, hydration, and sometimes pruning, body. Only then will you see that seed sprout. It requires careful, consistent attention to see it through. Concentrate every minute like a Roman, like a man, on doing what's in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness. Tenderly, willingly, with justice. Marcus Aurelius. Tuning into that feeling will lead to your mind creating the space for you to plant that seed. Your body needs to be well nourished, rested, and conditioned so that the seed can break and sprout. Only then will you grow. So Megan, what I like about that is because I think that growth, especially like an anal sala state, is a 3-part approach.
Yeah.
The mind, body, and spirit.
Huge.
And so starting with spirit, I have like 2 big code of conducts that I live by. One is being a stoic joy boy. And I kind of told you about that psychopath.
Yeah.
And then also blending in stoicism, which is about kind of focusing on the things that you can control and letting go of the rest.
Yes.
And then the other part of the big code of conduct is save the day. And save the day means like, how can I leave people with like a +1 experience?
Yes.
It's not
Love
me
it.
jumping in front of cars. Sometimes saving saving the day for someone. It's like, oh, I see you struggling. Let me see if I could just help you out. And I thought about that. It's like, well, what does that mean as far as like an solid state? And one of the biggest indicators for me is building a positive gym community. And so I know, like, if I'm feeling a little down in my car, I'm like just tired and everything. I'm like, I have to kind of go into that mental room. Like, all right, this is where we need to go. This is the gym room. How do I want to behave? I have to pretend like I'm a little bit well rested until that me pretending becomes reality.
Exactly.
And that kind of goes to my spirit of like, oh, let's kind of be like a positive beam of light in the gym as much as possible. And so when I go up those stairs, like I talked about earlier, it's like, all right, how can we just save the day for people? It's like in between the sets, I have these conversations. I call them between the sets conversations.
Oh, yeah.
And just checking in on people like, hey, what's going on? Sometimes they give me like their word of the month. And I'm like, all right, so how's that going? And I think really focusing on their mind in between the sets kind of helps them feel better, makes them feel a little bit like more cared about and heard. Because a lot of times you'll see gyms like people just grunting and working out. And it's like no one's really paying attention to them. I want people to know when they go into our gym, like, hey, if I see you, if you need help with something, we have a community here that helps people. If you're going through a tough time, let's put the weight down for a second. Let's just kind of talk through what's going on with your life. And I realized that, like, they come back more happy. They come back smiling and everything. And so for me, kind of like taking that, solid approach, it's like, I have to work on myself. So I have to go to bed at a certain time. I have to kind of do my preparation prior to the gym, which is like biking a lot of miles. And then like, going to the gym itself to like really live up to the world I want to build. Because if I do nothing, the world will continue the way that it is. And I want it to be better. So like, how can I take that balanced approach and apply it out to the world? So I really like that bike brain entry for that reason.
And yeah, you are like a beam of light when you walk in there, and you've been like that for however long you've been there. It's like, when I think of that gym, I think of you.
Oh, thank you.
I really do. So it's like, you are doing something obviously right, because you still have that impact on people. And to your point too, it is important that you take care of yourself, because if your cup isn't full, how can you help others, So that's why, like, people might be like, why do you go to bed so early? Or why are you so strict? Like, listen, I have to fulfill the things I need to make me, able to, make a difference. So that is a good point you made too.
And it's so funny dealing with other people too.
Oh, yeah.
And so part of that bike brain entry is about pruning. It's like, sometimes like, all right, I understand that I can't go out to the bars and restaurants and the clubs until 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night during the week. Because I know if I did that, I wouldn't be able to do what I do in the gym in the morning. And so I know my mind wouldn't be in the right spot. My body would be probably infused with alcohol or bad food or whatever. And that will make it harder for me to really crack the seed of the spirit to go in there to be the person I need to be. And mind you, I've tried before. It is not a good result. And so it's like, you have to sometimes prune, and body is more than just like the calories and like energy output. It's also about like your environment. So sometimes your friends may not understand, like, oh, 8:30, 9 o'clock, we know that Dan is winding down. It's odd because a lot of people are like, oh, I'm just going to get started for the night. And it's like, they're up until 11, 12, 1 a.m. I'm like, no, good luck with that. We all know I get a reminder on my phone at 8:45, it's time to wind down. And my phone goes on do not disturb. So unless there's an emergency, I am pretty much left alone to wind down and really get the sleep I need so I can be the person that I want to be in the world.
See? Yeah. And you know that. And it works for you. And it might not work for anybody else. And some people might not see it or understand it. But at the end of the day, you're doing what's best for you. And you're making an impact on so many people. Because the gym, like you said, just can be so intimidating. But if there's someone there that can kind of make you feel welcomed and acknowledge you. Because think about how many times, you might go into a gym, or someone might go into a gym and it's like, this is so new and scary for them. But if there's that one person that can make you feel at ease, like, okay, actually it's not as bad as I thought. It's like, you motivate people to want to come back, and that's huge.
Well, that makes me happy. I'm glad. I mean, you're the same way. I see you in there smiling and talking to people, and it's encouraging. If you talk too much,
that's true.
I talk. Probably
that is,
the most.
You might win in that category.
If someone beats me in talking, like, I'm coming for you to get my crown back. No, but it's true. So, Megan, have you ever found yourself hitting a balanced state to really kind of supercharge your own growth?
Yeah, so for me, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. Like, I am such a routine person that if I get out of my routine, I feel like I need to stick to what I know that works best for me. And that takes obviously some trial and error, but like, Just going to bed early, and like throughout the week I'm very like this. So if someone's like, hey, let's go do this, it's like, it sounds good, but like, I need to stick to what I know. I was like, it sounds great.
Like, hit me up on Friday and we'll talk.
Or instead of like going to the bar, like, why don't we just go on a walk? You know, like, let's do something, like, let's compromise. I would love to, but I know what works best for me, and what works best for me is just sticking to what makes me, feel the best and makes me, able to do the things I do. And if I'm going out, like you said, past a certain time, I'm not at my best. And then the next day's ruined. And like, I love the mornings. I want to wake up feeling good. So to me, just sticking to a routine is huge for me. And that really has made everything so much easier in my personal life and just in life in general. So just routine.
Routine is huge.
Huge.
When people say they aren't morning people, I'm like, sus.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, you're not a morning person. That means, what are you doing at night? Like, oh, I'm up until, I go to bed at 10. I'm like, so you hit your bed at 10. What time do you go to sleep? 1, 2 o'clock.
Scrolling.
Like scrolling, doom scrolling and everything. It's just wild.
Yes. So I think that's why, once I figured out, okay, I have to just kind of stick to this. I might not be the most fun person throughout the week, but I feel really good. Does everybody feel good? So it works for me because I feel great. I wake up excited for the day, not feeling gross or like, ooh, what was I doing last night?
Yeah.
So I don't want that.
I don't want that either.
No.
I don't think they want it either. They just don't know any better because they haven't been exposed to the other side of it.
And change is hard.
Change is so hard.
It's really hard. And people have a hard time thinking like how they can do it, because they're so used to one way. But that's the struggle I think that some people have, is just, switching things up that could benefit them, but it's scary because where do we start? How to consistently do it? So
that part.
Yeah.
And it's one thing that I was thinking about when you're kind of telling like your backstory and everything about that bike brain entry too, is your journey going from working at the Russian Ukrainian school to personal trainer to getting your certification. And so it's like you had to balance a lot of things to get that. You had to create like what I call mental rooms. It's like, all right, so I know I want to do this personal training stuff. Like what does that mean? Like, how do I build tools for that?
Yeah.
So you have to go and learn how to do that, kind of culminating and resulting in the certification that you got on June 6, 2024. It's like your body. Okay. It's like, I have to start studying, so I have to like make sure the environment around me is conducive for that. It means that there might be sacrifices here or there that I need to make so I can make sure I have that study time. And also, if I want to be a personal trainer, kind of have to look the part a little bit.
Yeah,
so I have to stay consistent in my own workout.
Right.
And then like the last thing was spirit, and that's where it started. You were mentioning that when you were a teacher, it's like, I kind of want to do something more than I'm passionate about. And so it's like you kind of put all those things together to become the badass that you are.
Yeah.
And that's impressive.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think just it goes back to just, I don't want to be, old and looking back like, why did I stay around for so long doing something I truly wasn't happy, or not that I wasn't happy, that I truly knew that wasn't the only thing I was put on this earth to do. There's a reason that I think that if I'm really good at something, why not share it with other people? I'm not going to hold it in and just just do it for myself. I want to share it, especially if I'm knowledgeable in that area.
Well, Megan, I mean, being selfish is huge, Like, why not just be selfish and keep it to yourself? And I go back to like, if it's helped me out, it's like, chances are it's going to help someone else out.
1,000%.
It's like you become an heir to these like lessons that you've learned. It's like an heir just doesn't hold on to it. It's like, pass it forward, pay it forward,
Yeah.
Even Marcus Aurelius is a huge Stoic. Marcus Aurelius had like these philosophies that he lived by. Then Ryan Holiday kind of picked up on him, the Daily Stoic. It's like, you have that book?
I have that book. I do have that book.
I didn't know you read Stoicism.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Yes, I have that exact book, yep.
Oh, I got to ask. So like,
I know, I was looking at these too. I was like, yep.
I think you're the first person that's like looked at the actual book collection.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of time went into this,
Yeah.
Like what do we want to have forward here? So how did you get into Stoicism? I got to ask.
How did I get into that? I think it was just, it was a couple years ago. I feel like I really started to notice a difference in my thinking, and I was really intrigued with how the mind works and how we talk to ourselves. And so like just, my breath work and the way I speak about myself and just like in life in general, it just was intriguing to me. And what's funny is like, I think it was my sister that suggested that because she's like, you're really into like that meditation and stuff. And I was like, and it just helps. It's like, it's a different part I've never really dived in, or I've gotten into. So yeah, I think I've read that more than a few times too. I love it. It's like just a little bit of encouragement and like, okay, I got this.
Digestible pieces of encouragement.
Yes,
I take pictures of them and I send them to my friends every morning.
So yeah, it's just a nice little like positive thing, and it hits so many different areas too. Reading it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this goes for like so many different things, you know? Like even like in real estate, like after this, I'm going to go tear down wallpaper at this property I have because it's getting like, I'll like put like a podcast on, or like I'll just think about that. And it's like kind of that time where I can, you know, build my mindset.
It's all about like mental reps. That's what I call them. It's like people get like physical reps. It's like, what are you doing for your mindset?
Right. Yeah.
It's like, how are you actually working out your mind?
Yeah.
Like, are you doing 3x5s? Like, what are those 3x5s?
Yeah.
Like, it matters. You have to get that granular in the detail of it.
Yes.
If not, your mind's going to be floating.
Exactly.
You'll be on Instagram. Next thing you know, 4 hours pass. It's like, why don't we use that time more productively?
Right.
How do we make our mind as strong as possible? Because we know there's going to be setbacks in life.
Always.
The question is, how far off course, if at all, are you going to let it knock you? Are you going to have like a mind that's strong and resilient?
Yeah.
Or you have one that's as paper, and next thing you know, like, oh no, I had surgery. That means I can't work out for the next 4 months. Say, no, I had surgery and I can do this.
Yeah.
So it's like, I love that you read Stoicism.
Oh,
that just made my day.
Yes, I love that stuff. Yeah, it's and it's an easy read too, and it's just like, it makes such a difference. If I don't like read something like on a daily basis, like even with that book, I just feel off. It's like a little like oomph.
Little oomph.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
That's a little oomph.
So Megan, thank you so far for the great conversation. And I know we spent a lot of time talking about me and my bike brains. But you also had a second part of the homework assignment. And so let me ask you, what personal development tool do you use to help find your own best path forward?
Okay, so for me, I would say I break it down into 3 things that I always tell people, and that's...
I like this. We got to get notes ready. So 3 things that you always tell people.
Yes. Consistency, discipline, and balance. And I know those are broad terms, but let me kind of break it down on how I view it and how it works for me. So I wrote some things down because I'm a writer, and I said that like, I would say first, consistency is for sure the backbone to my fitness and wellness journey. And at first, like the idea, and I'm sure for most people too, of sticking to a consistent routine is very daunting, because it's like, how am I going to do this? Like there could be a million excuses. But I think that I realized that every day doesn't have to look the exact same. But if I can get in some sort of movement, even physically, or work my brain in some positive way, like I'm still on the right path. You know what I mean? I'm not just, today's a bad day, I'm giving up kind of thing. And when I'm committed to like working out, I notice that even when I don't feel like it, I still have that mental strength that I know that I have to do it, because I have built that consistency, and it takes time. But once you get there, it's like, all right, this is just what I do.
What I like the most about consistency is that a lot of people think they have to go in and go out every day. It's like, no. I take like a Kaizen approach, and Kaizen's a word that my good friend Hayden kind of first told me about. It's just a Japanese word for consistent incremental progress. And so it's like, you don't have to go in there and do 100% every time.
No.
But as long as you're doing 1%, as long as you're doing something a little bit more, consistency will still get you there over time.
Yes.
We're in this for a long game.
Yes.
Once again, we're not for the quick fix.
Right.
We're here for a lifetime.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Yeah. And sometimes your rest day is part of the consistency, because you need to rest and like regain kind of your mental strength and your physical strength, because your body's telling you, all right, now's your time to calm down. And that's okay.
Yes.
That's okay. You can still be consistent and rest. It doesn't mean go all the time.
Rest days are scary for me.
Me too.
And it's like, like, can I still do
I'm not gonna lie.
Can I still do it? It's like, no, rest, low effort. So I think it's important though, because like consistency doesn't mean it doesn't mean going all out. It just means like, hey, do something every day. Yeah. Just trying to focus on some type of aspect of your health. I think that's great.
Right. And think about this too. The more you start to do something, like the more I start to work out on a regular basis, the more natural it is. It's not like I'm forcing myself. This is just what I do. It's a natural part of my routine.
I love that. The more you do it, the more natural it feels.
The more natural it feels. And yeah, you don't start, it's just, I tell people like it becomes second nature to you. It's like, all right, well, I wake up and I do this and it's just what I do.
It's just what you do.
Yeah.
It's kind of like building a habit. It's like at first, it's weird. It's tough. It's like, all right, let me do that. But now it's like second nature.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, I know I'm getting up at a certain time to do this, that, and the other. And that's just how my day is going to start. I don't think twice about it.
Right.
People are like, how do you get started? I'm like, oh, I have to think about that. How did I get started?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like because you've ingrained that habit in you. And I think that's great stuff. Consistency. The backbone of fitness and wellness.
Yeah. And even nutrition too. I wrote in here, I was like, instead of having like restrictive diets or complicated meal plans that I think a lot of people think is like the answer to, but it's not. I'm like, you're going to do that when you're 60? You're really going to do that when you're 60? Like, let's do something that's realistic and that can actually last for the rest of your life. So you can't restrict yourself too much. You can't do these crazy fad diets or whatever. You have to be just consistent with making choices that work best for you.
Consistency is key. They call them crash diets for a reason. Because you're going to crash eventually.
Yes. And it builds your confidence too. I think when you set have a consistent routine, you start to build confidence because you know how your day is going to look. You know what you're going to be putting in your body or what you're going to be doing to challenge your mind or your body. And so it builds confidence too, which I think a lot of people lack.
I dig that. And so the next one you mentioned is discipline?
Yes, discipline.
So what's the story with discipline? It's a scary word.
Yeah, that's more so the driving force behind my fitness and my wellness, because obviously we know motivation will always come and go, but it's the discipline.
I think you got to repeat that.
Yeah, motivation always comes and goes. Some days you're going to be motivated and some days you won't. And heck, it could be weeks where you're not motivated. But it's the discipline that keeps you on track when you're not in the mood. So it's not like, especially when people first start out in anything, not just fitness, but in jobs, you have to be, it's hard to stay committed. But it's the discipline, I feel like, that pushes you to get past those tough times.
I consider motivation to be like lighter fluid. It's like, it's good for like short bursts of fire.
Yes, but that's such a good analogy.
Like that burning coal is not motivation.
No.
And that's where discipline comes into play. It's like that slow burn, that slow fires, and keep things hotter longer. Yeah. And everyone's like, let me get motivation. I'm like, all right, so what happens when that runs out? Like, I don't know.
That's the hard, It's
always going to run out.
Always going to run out. You're not going to have your days where you're like, I want to do this. Like, you think I want to wake up at the crack of dawn every morning if I'm, didn't sleep well? No, but it's the discipline.
The discipline.
Yeah.
And that helps me the next day. I'm like, I know I stayed up late, so tomorrow I have to do better because I know no matter what, I tell people, I'm like, I know my alarm is going off at 4:32 every morning.
Goodness. Yeah.
I'm like, that's the alarm.
Right.
People are like, what if you stay up late? I'm like, heard. I know my alarm is going off at 4:32.
Oh, yeah.
So my options are to go to bed earlier or stay up late.
Yeah.
Regardless, like that alarm is not going to change.
Right.
That's where the discipline comes in.
Yes.
It becomes a non-negotiable.
It does.
It's like, that's not changing unless something drastic happens. Like that's not changing.
No.
That's the routine. That's the habit I set. And so it's like, knowing that's my habit, how do I build my life around it?
Yes.
That's where discipline comes into play.
It does.
Dig that.
Yes, it really does. And and you have to think about your long-term goals too. And that is with discipline because, to your point, you could go out on a Wednesday night and drink and then you feel yucky the next day, gross. And it's like, is this really going to benefit me if I do this? Like, I didn't like how I felt this morning. So like, do I really want to do this again? It's almost like you have to learn your to reach your goals. Because how am I going to, I don't like how I feel. I'm tired. I feel sick the next day. So like, I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to start saying no.
I call it taking care of future Dan. I'm like, how can I take care of future Dan? It's like, is this a decision that's going to take care of future Dan?
Right.
If not, let's not do that.
Is it benefiting or is it hurting?
It's not. It's like a little bit of future casting. It's like, I know how I'm going to feel if I do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
So do I want to do X, Y, and Z? It's like, once I raise awareness to it, once I start allocating some mental energy to it, it doesn't make the decision for me. It just lets me know the pros and cons immediately. It's
exactly.
Like, if I do this, if the cons outweigh the pro, not a good decision to do.
Exactly.
And if I still do it, so are the consequences.
See? And then you learn, you're like, I shouldn't have done that.
Shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, so next time the answer is no, I'm not going to do it.
Unless I
You
get
have to
peer
learn.
pressured. I'm kidding. I'll still say no to that.
Discipline, yeah.
Yeah, my friends are going to ask me out on the weekdays. They're like, oh, what about Friday? I'm like, yeah, Friday works.
Mm-hmm.
We could do something on Friday because the gym doesn't open up until 8. So there we go. On Saturday,
that
that
comes
is.
back to balance. Yeah.
Comes out to
You
balance.
still have to have fun, but it's like when and how you choose to do that.
You're sneaking balance in. That's your third one.
Yeah, that is my third one.
All right. So what's balance all about?
So balance is the key to maintaining a sustainable lifestyle, I would say, because obviously you can't just do one thing and, that's a realistic way of living. You have to have a little bit of, fun and joy in the things that you really do find fun and joyful. So that's why, like, I'll tell people, like, are you kidding? Like, I'll still eat pizza. I'll still do things that, like, I love and I enjoy, and like, I don't feel guilty about it because I know how hard I work and I know that it's not going to affect, my results or my well-being or even my physical, fitness. So I think balance is just a realistic way to live. Like I said, you're not going to be 65 still benching 225 pounds. So it's like, where's that fine balance of like, okay, well, maybe you will.
I can't bench 225 now.
Okay. Well, me either.
The struggle is real, man.
I know. Well, I can't do anything with 220. I'm just thinking, I feel like I heard someone say 225, so I thought.
Is that the goal I need to be hitting before? Oh my God, I feel terrible about myself. All right.
No, I've never seen the number 200 on anything I've done, fitness-wise or physical. But okay, but I was just thinking, like, balance really does kind of give you that like just the ability to live a sustainable and fun and enjoyable life. Because obviously it's so much more. Life is so much more than just like being in shape and eating really healthy foods. Like, you have to live. What's the point of being here if we're not living, But there is that balance, and I think it's important to have that, because then you're going to just, drain yourself and you're going to be exhausted. You're not going to enjoy the little things because you're so focused on, I have to do this. You're so rigid. It's like, no, you can breathe. You can have fun still. You can still look great. You can still feel great and have fun.
And if you're too rigid, no one's going to want to hang out with you.
Right.
So you can enjoy your fantastic physique
Exactly.
all by yourself, because no one's ever going to want to hang out with you.
Right.
Because you're miserable.
Yeah.
All you do is talk about macros all day. Like,
Yes.
no one wants to hang around that
No,
person.
I don't even do that stuff. Yeah. Like, okay. And like, no one can relate to that.
At
no
all.
one wants to be around that. It's like, I mean, that's cool, but like, anyway.
Exactly.
Are you trying to make us feel bad?
It's like, why are you bringing a protein smoothie to this restaurant? Like,
I know.
find balance. Just a little bit. We understand you have your fitness goals. We see it on, Instagram and YouTube and everything every day. But can you just be human? You're
Yes.
like, no, I'm a robot.
Yes.
Macros. Like, no one wants
I
that
don't keep
person at
track
all.
of anything like that.
I only do it because sometimes, like, if I'm really need to dial in,
Yeah.
my buddy Dominic Nappy, who goes to our gym, he's like, you should get this app. And so,
Oh,
it's
so you
good
have
for,
an app.
like,
Okay.
it's good for like spurts of things.
Yeah.
But it's not something I'll do for the rest of my life because
Right.
I don't want to.
I know.
I just don't want
I know. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. There was something else. Yeah, but so, and I think too, balance just extends to everything in life. Like not just fitness and wellness, but just your work life and like your relationships with people. You can't just be so focused on one thing and expect everything else to fall in place. You have to, kind of spread yourself in all different areas to, I think, live the best life.
I think especially the relationship part, because I know that I won't see certain people during the week.
Yeah.
Because like they're either busy with like family and everything,
Yes.
their kids and everything. So it's like, all right, knowing that's off the table, it's like my options are to never see them again.
Right.
Which is not an outcome that I want.
Right.
Or like find time to make it work.
Yes.
It's all about the balance, like working in what their schedule is and what your schedule is.
Compromise, yeah.
As we get older, it's like our time feels more squeezed.
Sure.
Right? And so it's like, let's fit into things that we want to do.
Yeah.
And I think balance is a huge part of that.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Yeah, I think that is. And once you find that middle ground, life becomes more enjoyable.
More enjoyable.
It's
like I can have my seltzer and pizza in the pool.
Yeah.
Because I'm balanced.
Yeah.
I like that.
And people, you don't want to be, like you said, with somebody where they're like, oh, you're going to eat that. Like, yes, I am.
Yeah. Where's the next slice at?
Yes, I am.
Are you going to eat yours? Let me take it real quick.
Yeah, like I am going to order a Sprite for lunch instead of water. Like, my bad.
Sometimes you just need that carbonation.
Yeah, like, okay.
Like you drink Coke Zero, I'm like it's my job.
Yeah, I love pop.
Exactly.
I'm like, okay. Okay.
So funny. So I'm from Florida, and I hear people say pop.
You say soda.
Yeah, I didn't
Stop
realize
it.
pop was a thing until I got to the Midwest. I was like, "What is this pop?" Like, are you
Yeah,
guys like
that's so funny.
pop? That's odd. But now I say I still say soda, but I don't hear pop as odd anymore.
That is so funny. Okay, but what do you call these?
Shoes,
Just shoes.
tennis shoes,
Okay, I call them gym shoes.
gym shoes. Oh, I thought you were gonna say something like sneakers.
Never. I don't think I've ever used the word sneaker. I always say, put your gym shoes on.
And not tennis shoes because we're not playing tennis.
Yeah, but people,
Is that the reason?
No, but people do say tennis shoes.
Like, are they playing tennis or are
No.
they going to the gym?
Just in general.
Yeah, we say tennis shoes in Florida. I think
I say gym shoes. I know people. So when I hear someone say sneakers, I'm like,
it's just like
where are you from? I'm like, sneaker.
like you're not from around here at all.
That is so funny.
So Megan, I love what you've talked about, and so I just want to kind of recap the 3 tools.
Sure.
And as I'm recapping, you got to think about a title for what you're going to call these.
Okay.
All right. So the first thing you mentioned was consistency, and that's kind of the backbone. The next one is discipline, and that's the driving force. And last but not least is balance, and that is the key to sustainability. I think those are fantastic tools. If someone's looking to kind of implement this, how do you tell them to do it?
I would say the first thing you have to do is just start and have a plan. Well, have a plan and then start. So you have to kind of write down what your goals are, and you have to write down how you want to accomplish those goals, and you have to just start. If it's something so small as waking up 30 minutes earlier each day, that in itself will help you achieve the next goal and the next goal, because you know you're capable of doing it and you did it. So
The proof is in the pudding. It's like 30 minutes is not a huge stretch.
no. Doesn't
Let's
mean
just
anything
do it.
major.
Nothing major.
Or instead of, like you said, eating out, make a homemade meal. Make a homemade meal, one homemade meal. And then maybe you'll enjoy, cooking, and you'll pick up on more and more, and it's a trickle effect. So just the little things.
I dig that.
Yeah.
So what are you going to call this 3-part tool?
On up. You have
On.
to turn yourself on, and you have to move your way up. ONUP, all capital.
You were ready for that. On up. On up. Turn yourself on. Activate the progress and journey, and just do that to level up.
Yep. Level up, move up. Yep.
Oh, the on up tool. That is a good one.
On and up.
Megan, this has been fantastic.
thank you.
It's been a lot of
loved
fun.
it. Yeah, we could go all day.
You're coming back. You know that, right?
I would love that. Yeah.
You have
I
to
would
come
love
back.
that.
It was a lot of fun.
That
Thank you
is-
for being
yeah.
here.
Yeah, thank
So
you
in
for having
closing,
me.
do you have anything you want to tell to the people?
The one thing I will say is you just have to start. You have to believe in yourself, because we are all capable of reaching our goals.
Fantastically
Yeah.
said. Well, thank you for being
Yeah,
here, Megan.
thank you so much.
Absolutely. Until next time.
Yes.
We'll see you guys next time. Have a good
Bye.
one. Thank you for watching and listening to today's episode. Chances are you're looking to embark on your own personal development journey. I'm not going to lie to you. True personal development is hard, and it's supposed to be hard. That's because you're not only changing who you are, but how you operate. The aim of this podcast is to give you a community of people that are striving to do the same. So like and subscribe to the channel, but more importantly, comment below on how you plan on using today's tool to find your own best path forward. We'll see you next time.